Imagine waking up tomorrow and your phone simply disappeared. No texts, no TikTok, no Instagram, no Google Maps, no YouTube, nothing. For the next 365 days, not a single human is allowed to use a smartphone. At first, it sounds like a digital detox, but within days, the entire world would begin to change in ways almost nobody expects. From your brain and mental health to businesses, relationships, and even emergency services, 1 year without smartphones would completely reshape human life. So what would actually happen? Let's find out. The first few days would feel surprisingly uncomfortable. Most people check their phones dozens or even hundreds of times every day without realizing it. Suddenly, that habit is gone. People would instinctively reach into empty pockets, unlock imaginary screens, and feel anxious without knowing why. Psychologists call this habit loop withdrawal. Your brain has become used to constant rewards from notifications, messages, and endless scrolling. Without them, dopamine levels temporarily drop. Many people would feel bored, restless, or even irritable. But something unexpected would also begin happening. People would start looking up, literally. Instead of staring at screens while waiting for buses, sitting in cafes, or walking down the street, they begin noticing the world around them again. After several weeks, something remarkable begins. Your attention span starts recovering. Modern smartphones constantly train your brain to switch tasks every few seconds. Watch one video, check a notification, reply to a message, refresh social media, repeat. Without that constant stimulation, your brain slowly relearns how to focus for longer periods. Reading books becomes easier. Studying feels less exhausting. Conversations become more meaningful because you're actually listening instead of wondering if your phone just buzzed. Researchers have found that reducing digital distractions can improve concentration and memory. For many people, sleep would improve too. Without late-night scrolling and blue light exposure, falling asleep becomes easier and sleep quality increases. Something else would quietly improve: face-to-face conversations. Today, many people spend time together while barely speaking because everyone is looking at their own screen. Without smartphones, people would make more eye contact. Families would likely eat dinner together more often. Friends might spend more time meeting in person instead of sending memes back and forth. Dating would become completely different. Instead of endless swiping, people would have to meet naturally through friends, work, hobbies, or chance encounters. Some relationships would become stronger, others might disappear entirely because they only existed online. Now the story becomes much bigger. Entire industries depend on smartphones. Social media companies would lose billions. Food delivery apps would stop working. Ride-sharing services would struggle. Influencers would lose their primary platform overnight. Mobile banking would become much harder. Online shopping would slow dramatically. Governments and companies would rush to create alternative systems using computers, landlines, and physical services. Remember the last time you memorized someone's phone number? Exactly! Most people don't. Paper maps would make a comeback. People would ask strangers for directions again. Travel would become slower. Getting lost would become much more common. Ironically, many people might become better navigators because they'd start paying closer attention to landmarks instead of blindly following a blue line. Less social media means fewer unhealthy comparisons, less doom scrolling, less online drama, less pressure. But some people rely on smartphones to stay connected with loved ones or access mental health support. The outcome wouldn't be the same for everyone. This is one of the biggest downsides. Smartphones allow people to instantly call emergency services, receive weather alerts, and share locations. Without them, emergency response becomes slower, making some situations far more dangerous. After 12 months, society would look very different. People would probably spend more time outdoors. Libraries could become busier. Children would likely play outside more often. But the world would also become less convenient. Communication would slow. Businesses would adapt. Technology would evolve. Humanity would survive. But we'd almost certainly come out as different people. Perhaps more patient, more present, more connected to the people around us. Yet we'd also miss the incredible convenience, safety, and knowledge that smartphones provide every single day. Maybe the real lesson isn't that phones are bad, it's that the way we use them matters far more than the devices themselves. So, could you actually live without your phone for an entire year? Let us know.